I know. People are sitting there waiting, saying, "Will they come on at 10 o'clock? Will they do it?" They said they would. Are they there? Yes, they're there. The most watched show in the double universe in the
Oh,
whole double
the whole
universe.
worldwide universe, the worldwide
Yes.
web of universe,
Yeah.
deceit and
What
lies
do you
and
really believe
positivity.
about like in our way of thinking? There's got to be an end to everything, right? Like, but with the universe, there is no end to it. Like,
There's no end to us. There's no end to anything if you really believe about
but
it.
don't you think that we really don't you think we kind of believe that though? Like, there's an end to our lives. I mean, the road ends, the wall ends, the day ends, right?
The day ends and then another one starts, right? So it just
Yeah,
keeps going. It's a
right.
cycle.
Yeah, but it's our way of conditioning ourselves. So we've trained ourselves to believe there's always an end to everything. And then, so like, where do we all start too? Like, like you say the Big Bang Theory, but where did they whatever banged,
Well, now you
whoever
want to
got banged?
discuss the universe and everything
Well,
like that.
I
Now you
think
want to get that. Go ahead.
but I think it's more our way of thinking. Like we have trained ourselves to think a certain way, where maybe that's just not the way it is. Like I said, we believe that there's an end to everything. You know, the car's going to run out of gas.
When you
Right?
say we, do you believe that, Tom? I don't think you live your life like that. Go ahead,
No,
continue.
well, I'd like to think that I don't, but the reality is that's the life I'm living, though, right? Like my workout ends, my walk ends.
But it starts again. But that's just a part of it. In other words, the engine, you don't end.
That's true.
And
That's true.
okay.
Yep.
In other
Well,
words, that's
no, but
all.
I will end at some point, though. I'm assuming I'm going to die. Maybe I'm immortal.
No, but I mean, so what? But okay, riddle me this, Batman.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So who's to say any of this stuff?
Oh, I agree. No, I agree
Say,
totally.
I mean,
Yes, I'm 100% agreement on that. What I'm saying is that we have been trained or conditioned to live a life where there's always an end to everything.
okay, yes. So, yeah, all right, I get that. I don't really, but I'm telling you right now, I just keep going. I just keep going. In other
Oh, I
words,
know. I agree.
at
But
someday,
think about everything in your life. When you go to
yes,
bed, you go to sleep. Then your sleep ends and you wake up.
right, and you start again. You
Okay,
keep
but
going.
there's always an end, though,
But
right?
it's not you end your sleep. Okay, yeah.
Right.
At some point, our lives as we know them will end.
Right.
Right.
Right. You're
Okay.
assuming. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe we go out forever,
Well,
right?
there's a good
Maybe.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a good chance that they say that people can live to 120. Okay.
Right.
Now I don't know how in what function that's going to occur, but hockey ends, right? When
Yeah.
we
The game
coach
ends.
played hockey, the game
Right.
ends and you have a
You're
score. That's why I
right.
loved sports. That's why I loved coaching
Right.
hockey, because that was
Right.
one thing in life. Because when you're in business, there's no end. There might be end to a marketing campaign
Right.
ends, right? Stuff
Right.
like that. Hockey season
Right.
ends,
It's a good point. Like, why do we always think that way that everything has an end? I mean, we weren't created that way. We've developed into that, right? Like, there was no, like, Adam and Eve didn't know about a day. They didn't know about a week. They didn't know about a month, right?
Adam and Eve. That's the stores that are located, the adult stores all over the place. I think
That's
they call
I go online and I see that
Adam and Eve. Is that what you're talking about? You know,
like
imagine,
even when you're making love, that ends at some point. Well, you'd like to think it does. I don't know. Maybe you're some kind of machine or something.
No. Everybody needs to eat a sandwich sometimes, right? I mean, you get hungry, don't
Oh God! Oh.
you? Hydrate. You got to hydrate.
I know we're kind of joking around, but in all seriousness, we get conditioned to believe that things are a certain way. Like who developed the week process, like the 7 days, and that you work 5 days and have weekend off? Like who
Well, you
developed
know
that?
what? If you really, I googled that one time, and whatever, for whatever reason, it made sense. Whatever they were talking about. But yeah, but that doesn't mean that people have to do those things. I mean, look,
True, very true. Yes, I agree.
look.
That's my. I guess
our
that's my
age-
point, though. But
Yeah.
that's my point, though. That we have a process. Okay, you grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, you work for all those years, you work 5 days a week, 9 to 5, then you retire, and then you die.
Okay, and in
Right.
between, hopefully, you make some kind of an imprint on people and
Right. Totally.
and
Right.
enrich their lives, and then
Right.
they will actually perhaps think of you. When they asked Keanu Reeves and I forgot who it was, but on a talk show, they asked him about what happens when you die, and he says, "Well, hopefully, the ones that I loved will miss me."
Right.
Okay, so that's that was a pretty good. That's a quick answer to what the guy was trying to get philosophical with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look, you and I, right? We are doing something different than a lot of people our age. because down here see a bunch of guys our age. Ran into a couple of Canadians. I won't mention their names because you played with them the other day. I'll tell you later. But what are they doing? Having some beverages, adult beverages by the pool, laughing their ass off. You know what I'm saying?
That's you do what you want to do. But like even the whole thing about retirement, I think a lot of people are just conditioned to believe that they need to build up a retirement fund and then retire at some point and sit around, pull their pants up to their nipples, and go golfing. Right.
Yeah, or just try. Focus on staying busy.
Well, yeah, like who says you're supposed to? So I guess if you've got a job that you don't like, that you're just in that job to make money, which is a lot of people are like that, then I guess you look forward to retirement. You don't want that job anymore. But
well, the end game is retirement. So if the end game is retirement, then go someplace warm.
Yeah,
I mean that's why there's a lot of people down here in Florida that are retired and they're having a great time. I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning when I go to the gym. I can't tell you how many people are walking and they're 70 and 80 years old. Yeah. They're shuffling along.
Yeah, I guess listen, if they're happy with their life, that's fantastic. I guess my point with all this stuff is that we get conditioned to believe these things, right? That there's certain things that we are like there's 7 days in a week. So who developed that theory? Who says there's 30 days has September, April, June, and November? Like who made up that concept?
We'd have to Google it. We'd have to Google it. We'd have to ask those women that actually listen to us and answer the questions. We'd have to ask.
So what if those people that made all these people that made all these rules up are now they're sitting back laughing at us because we're just following the rules. And they say, well, guys, we were drunk that night we made up all these rules. These idiots, these millions of people are now following the rules we made up. Like, why are they going?
Yeah, like the Declaration of Independence, right? The guys who wrote that up are probably saying they're still listening to that crap.
Yeah, I know. God, I was joking when I wrote that down. I was kidding. That was a comedy act.
Right? Well, you and I have a growth mindset. I know this is a setup. Thank you for another chapter in our mutual book series.
Yeah. Right,
definitely. The belief that you could develop your abilities and intelligence through hard work. Okay.
Yes.
So you constantly are developing your intelligence. You could just sit on your laurels, show up and say, hey, I'm Tom Laidlaw. How are you? I played for the Rangers. Let's do some skating. Good job, kids, blah, blah, blah. But you are watching videos. You're reading. You are educating yourself. You now know more about nutrition than you did when you were playing hockey. I guarantee you that, right?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yes. Hold on. Yeah, Alicia's here. When she gets up on the screen, we have to put it up. Buenos dias, Formosos. Cities of Tom. Oh, wait, I don't understand that. But Buenos dias is good morning. I'm getting my Spanish going, too. I'm kicking
brothers, I think, Tom and Rich.
Buenos dias, brothers. Tom and Rich. Yeah, we're brothers.
Do us a favor. Can you turn your text messaging to English, please?
No, it's good. This will be good for us to strengthen our minds more through learning the Spanish language.
Learn Spanish. Oye, ¿cómo va? Tommy.
Yeah. What do we say? So excellent point. I was listening to the radio show. I listen to Boomer and Gio every morning on the CBS Sports Radio. Boomer was out today. He's actually in the Dominican Republic golfing. He did not invite me. I would have gone. Right. So Gio was getting into talking about his weight and his diet and everything. How he says, I can't do this and I can't do that. So like the reverse of what you're really saying is he's made himself into something that he really wasn't. Like he's trying to say this is the way he is, but he really isn't anyway. He made himself into that. Okay. And conversely, he can make himself into something different and better so he can lose weight and be in shape.
Class, what do we call that when we don't want to change? It's called a fixed mindset.
Fixed mindset. Nice.
Mindset. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, or I'll never be able to do that, reframe it.
Yes.
Reframe it.
Yep. I'm going to get better at this. That's all you need to say.
Yeah. And how about I'm not good at this yet? I'm not good at this yet. I can't do that yet. Right. You put yet behind every.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like the word can't, but I hear you. I get you. As long as you're putting it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so you want to change the word can. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not good at this yet.
Right. I haven't been able to do this yet, but I'm going to continue to work at it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking in TikTok. So TikTok, you have limited amount of time to get your message across.
Oh, so TikTok ends?
TikTok ends.
The video ends?
You have 3 seconds to hook the audience. You have 5 seconds to give you a message, and you got 2 seconds for a call to action, follow for more positivity or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Hilarious.
Oh, is that the way they say it? Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
well, pretty much. It's it's
So how does
identify a problem,
Right.
present a resolution, and a call to action. Basically,
Okay.
that's what all these social media posts are all about. You listen to the gurus that are making millions of dollars, and basically that's the framework that
Right.
they tell you to do.
So,
And
I mean, I'd like to really know the background story on some of these guys that are motivational speakers. Like,
they're all effed up. Listen, nobody is without sin, and nobody doesn't. And so you talk to some of these people, as we both know, and they have more issues than me and
oh, I know.
you combined.
So, like, I'm a big fan of Eric Thomas. I like the way he
Yep.
presents, but he does these things sometimes. Which you can't outwork me. You can't
Yeah,
outwork me. Well, how's that inspiring somebody else?
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you can't be. Well, okay, well, that's fine. Now, how are you helping me?
Yeah, let me tell you something. I would be more respectful of somebody that says, like, I've made every mistake you could possibly make, and my goal is to prevent you from making the same mistakes.
Right.
I wish someone had, or what do we got now?
What am I going to do better today? Is a question I ask myself every day. Beautiful, Alicia.
Good.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love the way you said that. Perfectly worded. There's a guy, Coolios or some guy. Coolios seems like he's really successful.
Yeah,
he does talk about how his past was. They lived out of a dumpster, slept in his car, had to get his hair with gasoline because he had lice and all that kinds of stuff. So he was really good about saying, okay, here's where I've been, and here's how I got where I am now. But I'm with you though. A lot of them just, and I'm a huge, like Jocko Willink and Scott Coggins. Total respect for the man, what they've done before, what they're doing now.
Yeah,
I think my thing is they come on really hard. So I guess there's a group of people that really they're like, come on, get up, all this.
Yeah, but people need that. Look, people need that. People need to hear.
Hold on, don't you think though that people know, the people that are not up know that they need to get up already? It's okay. How do you get me up? Like, how do I? They
can't get out of bed, and somebody doing it that way works for some people.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
I mean, if you watch it, I'll people send me stuff. Thank you very much. People, or I'll see stuff. There are guys out there going, "Hey, what are you doing? Get off the couch. Get to the effing gym."
You see the guy with the long hair and the beard?
That's the guy. I think that's the guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that's all he says is, "Get to the effing gym. Get to the effing gym."
Yeah, but he's got a million. He's got a million followers or something like that.
I know. It is kind of funny because it's like he's pretty consistent in his message and everything. So yeah. I guess different things for different people. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. For whatever reason, you know what gets me to the gym? I look at myself in the mirror, or I just feel a certain way, and I say, "Holy, let's go." Yes. Do I talk to myself? I talk to myself. Yeah, let's go. Come on, we're going.
Do you think it's this process too? Like you've got to develop your own process, whatever your process is. So it's trust your process. So mine's up at 3:30. The videos, I leave for the gym at 4:10. That doesn't mean that has to be anybody else's process, but that's mine.
Right. Like I said, the funny thing is, more often than not, I get up and it's like 3:30. I'm saying, "Oh, freaking Tommy."
You know what? I don't ever say that now. It's funny because I did.
No.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's because when I first started, I said, okay, 3:30. My son Cody and I were going through it. He says, okay, Jocko Willink gets up at 4. You can't do the same time as him, so you got to get up at 3:30. I said, okay. Yeah. So this first couple of weeks was good. Then it went for about a month. There was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? And now it's just
now it's a way of life. Yeah, no, same way. But my thing is, I would like to get to 5. Because once, you know what I mean? I would like to wake up at 5. So sometimes I fall short and then go back to sleep again. But it's always around your time. And so I just say to myself, "Oh, freaking Tom."
I tell you, I'm so fired up now too. Like, and you helped me too by saying that the most energy in the universe is between those hours, like 3 and 4. So once I hear those things, sometimes, not always, do I buy it. I'm not always the science guy, but
no, I understand that. Well, listen, I'm not either, but sometimes I doubt myself. So I want to find this. In other words, sometimes this is going to sound terrible. Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I'm thinking negative. But sometimes I feel so good. I want to try to replicate it the next day. Like this morning. This morning I slept until 5:30, whatever the hell time it was, and I woke up really rested. So I want to know what that's about. You wake up and you feel great. That's an awesome feeling. I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. And
so a big morning so far. Just a recap here: the Yukon Denali, My
Yes.
Yukon Denali. New engine in. After 1,000 miles, I had to bring it back to get the oil change and checked up. Everything's fine. It's like a new vehicle. I had cut back during the pandemic. I was going to the car wash. I was paying $25 a month to get the exterior done. I upped it now to like $52 a month to do the inside and outside. That's a big step. So
That's a
Yeah.
humongous. The $26 more. Why did
yeah,
you?
totally.
Right?
Every month.
Oh my!
Every
Are
month.
you okay with
So
that? Did you
I'll
thought
be
about
going.
it though? How long have you
I
been
had
about
put
that? 2 years.
Oh, totally.
$26?
Yes. Yep. So there's two lines when you go into the car wash. So you go to one line for the exterior only, and then the interior. There's a guy checking you in. So now to get to change it, to change it from just exterior to interior as well, you have to go through it. So he has to scan the barcode on your door. So I've driven by there. You're right. Probably about 2 weeks now. I've driven by there. Okay, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? I didn't do it. And they did today. I did it. It was something. It was.
That's so funny. I went to one of the music stores down here, Guitar Center, and I walked in, and everybody was like, we are not worthy. We are not worthy. From the Aerosmith movie. But anyway,
that's right. Okay, I did. I missed that.
Yeah.
That's right. You were in Aerosmith. Yeah.
I didn't know.
You're a drummer. You're a drummer.
Yeah, You
ever play any like?
I played all of them. I played all of them for whatever reason. The guys in the band thought it was comical to try and teach me how to play an instrument. So I did sit on the kit and try to play the drums, and that was noisy. And then
hold on 1 second. A good question coming up here. I know you've got some points to talk about walking into the music store, but hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, this is an interesting comment.
Oh,
Anthony Carlucci sucks getting older. Okay, Anthony.
So we're going to ask why.
Yeah. We're going to so we want to rephrase that too. Good point. We want to ask why. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's like it physically doesn't have the energy, his body isn't the same, all that kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But don't you believe, and I know you do, I should have seen asked that way. I know you believe this. That it's you're telling yourself, Anthony, that getting older sucks. But don't say those words. Like say getting older makes it tougher in some ways, but I'm going to increase my workouts. I'm going to do better in my diet. I take care of myself, so I don't have to have all the effects of getting older, right?
If you don't do anything about it, getting older will catch up with you. It'll capture you. It'll capture you, and suddenly, yes, you won't be in shape because the metabolism is changing, and you can't do the same things you can do. Like when we were 18 years old, we just got up and we started to play whatever sport it was, 18, 20, whatever. And so now that you hit 60s, it starts earlier. So Anthony, if you're 40 or 45 or 50, whatever, now's the time to start. Okay. My goal is what I'm doing for my age right now is enjoying the moment. Okay. Being the best I can today, but I'm also laying the foundation for the future because unless a catastrophe occurs with me, I should be able to be healthy into my 70s and 80s.
And a huge part of it is what you put in your body too, right? So your body naturally loses testosterone. So there's lots of foods that you can eat that'll help boost your testosterone. There's also testosterone replacement therapy. I'm not suggesting you do that, but that's a legal process. The doctors will test your blood levels, and if you qualify, then you can legally get a prescription for testosterone. So that's one of the big things like overall. But again, your overall diet and everything plays.
Yeah.
What's that, sir?
With men, it's testosterone. With women, it's estrogen.
Whitman? Who? Whitman?
Whitman. Wait. You know the problem when you go out into the world as a young Italian from the Bronx,
right?
Okay, you suddenly get exposed to, and I mean when to go out into the world means when you go to Westchester County. Okay,
yeah, sure.
When you leave the Bronx and you don't go to Brooklyn and New York City. Okay. And you go to Westchester, suddenly everybody is speaking a different language.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Okay. And you run into,
it's called proper English. It's called.
Yes, proper English. Right. And there's nothing proper about the Bronx or being Italian. There is no proper. It's all about respect and
out in the boat. Unless you're Canadian, out in the boat.
Out in the boat. Yeah. Hold
on here. My personal sleep expert.
Here he is.
Sleep is testosterone booster. I did not
know
that.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes,
Very
it
cool.
is. That is true. Thank you.
Thank you, my personal sleep expert.
Thank you, Cardinal Hayes alumni from the Bronx.
And now the next Duffy chimes in, the brothers.
Yes.
Brian Duffy, the Bronx.
Bronx.
Did I see? I don't think I saw your dance video from the Antarctica. I don't think I saw it, but it's.
Oh my God.
There's promises made there, but.
Oh yeah. So, but anyway, getting back to Anthony, I mean, it starts. I can only tell you for me that the regimen of working out since 19, it's now going
Yeah.
on 50 years,
Good.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
52. So, Anthony, you're young. All right, you're young. The time to start is now. And even if it's light exercise, I don't know what your exercise regimen is. If you want to send Tom or I an email or something,
Yeah.
we'll be happy to, tell you exactly what we do. Everything I do, basically from the start of the morning right till the end of the evening, is healthy.
Right.
It really is.
And mental health as well. Like it's
Well, yeah.
living a healthy life, getting negative people, like the people, this is my view, and I don't want to tell people what to do, but people that sit around all day long and watch Fox News or CNN or whatever, all the negativity that's coming out of that, man, that's creeping inside you. That's all the things that you're saying about yourself, all the things you're talking about, all the things that are coming into your mind. That's all negative. Your body and your mind really do get affected by all that stuff. It's like be
Yeah.
positive about it. Get outside, fresh air, eat properly, be around
Yeah.
positive people too. Like involved in a charity or something, help other people. It's one of the best feelings in the world. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving back to the community is spectacular. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yep.
In whatever way you can.
Yep.
I feel that some of the stuff to stop is the black and white thinking.
Yeah, totally.
There's you got to be a little open minded. I feel you have to be open minded. I mean, this is. I mean, it's a great topic, but 52, fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic year. I mean, those are great years. Those are the ones. Now's the time if you're not to try and do some exercise that moves your circulation around 3 times a week. I mean, 3 times a week for like even 30 minutes, Tom.
Hold on. Breaking news. What do you got? Alicia is not agreeing with us. Okay.
Oh, God, really?
I'm going to disagree with you guys. It's not that we lose our hormones. It's that we produce less and less as we age, but there's hope. We can lessen those effects. We produce. So it's not that we're losing hormones. It's you're saying we do produce less.
We're producing less. So as a result, though, we're losing the higher levels of the production.
We're producing less, so yeah,
right. So we're producing, so that which means that we're losing the levels that we desire to be at with testosterone, for example. All right, whatever the count is, I think it's I don't analyze this. I just eat a lot of salmon and tuna and try to get sleep and take supplements and all of that, but. There are people that really get to like 100, whatever the T count is, or whatever. They're like down to 100, where they should be at, let's say 400. Teenage kids, 20-year-olds, whatever, they're at 700. Okay, some of my friends that are taking a shot of testosterone once a week. Okay, I have a buddy. He's at 1100. The guy's an animal. Yeah. He's like 60-something years old. He works out. He looks like the Incredible Hulk, and he's very happy.
Yeah, and the real testosterone replacement therapy is not to get up to that 1100. Just keep your levels where you should have been lost. So,
yeah, but I mean, it's just a process. It's not succumbing and not getting into the mindset, Tom, of I'm getting old.
Oh, I know.
I'm on the back nine, Tom. I'm on the back nine.
Like, don't ever say that's pretty good for an old guy. Don't say that stuff.
Yeah. No. Just
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. But I mean, look at you. Come on. You're out there with these little kids. You're out there with like 40 little kids around you. You got to watch where you're going. You better have your lid on because those kids by accident.
No lid.
What? Did you? Oh, no, you didn't have your. I saw a picture with you and the kids from Bolton, right? You were in Connecticut Monday night, was it?
Yeah.
You made it?
Yes, Monday night. Yeah.
Right?
Got back before the storm started hitting. So, yeah, it was good. But no help.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you.
A hurricane?
I know you're in Florida. Okay, we had a
big,
not like snowstorm. It was like 3 to 5 inches or something. So
3 to 5 inches.
I know.
So
they made a big deal about it. Yeah. Less sleep lower levels by 10 to 15% instead of losing 1% annually. Oh, interesting.
All right. So, Dr. Duffy, what is less sleep? Define the amount of time necessary.
That is my personal sleep expert. Don't just talk to me like
Dr.
that.
Duffy. I'm not.
Okay.
Just because I know you went. What is this?
Huberman has all tips for all genders.
Yeah. So Huberman does have a lot of great tips. Yes, and Alicia, that's great that you turned on to Huberman.
Right. Here's a good one too. Okay, Susan Brooks, good point here. Being a Rangers fans and going to MSG keeps me alive. Being with a group of people. Yes, that's a very good point. This is Susan's thing, right? So not everybody's going to feel that way, but this is Susan's thing. This is what keeps her alive. I agree with you totally. Susan's
the camaraderie. Tom,
Yep.
the camaraderie at a Ranger game with all
Yep.
of the fans there is energetic. 100%.
Going to the Garden is
100%.
fantastic. Yeah.
And while we're on that topic of keeping young and all this other stuff, Patrick Kane.
Oh yes.
Patrick Kane and Tarasenko. Okay.
But here's going to be the issue now.
Go.
They've got.
Let me
Do
hear.
they have too much talent? That's the question. So like
Okay.
when you look at the power play, so those guys like
Yeah.
Tarasenko and Kane are
Yeah.
used to being on the power play, right?
Yes.
Cannot have Kane on the power play. But the power play is Kreider, Zibanejad, Panarin, and
Yep.
then whoever they have on defense. And they stay on out of a 2-minute penalty, but they'll stay on probably like a minute 30, minute 40.
Yep.
So now
Yep.
Kane and Tarasenko and who else? Trocheck, Trocheck, they're used to be on the first power play. So now you can put them on the second power. That's the issue. I get it's a great problem to have. It's
But
just,
isn't that a lot of fury there? That's a lot of they have such a big, strong comeback. In other words, so
Right.
you got unit 1 and 1A and 1B.
well, the problem is with 1B though, to have Kane, Trocheck, and Tarasenko on 1B. So you brought in Kane to be on the second power play unit.
I understand that.
Yeah. So I guess it's a great problem. It's a great problem to have.
Now, doesn't he
But-
skate with Panarin though? Don't those two
That
go on the
was-
same line? On the
Well,
same
that was part of the allure that they played together in Chicago and really loved playing together.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that the Rangers have one of the best power plays. I didn't talk about the numbers, just watching the power play with the current guys they have. So now you're going to have to take somebody out of that group with Kreider, Panarin, and Zibanejad. Like, who are you going to take off there to put Kane in?
There's going to be a lot of discussions, right? Now, how about this? Do the coaches discuss with these players? And I know that with the players, how's that? Is that a discussion with all these? You just brought in two guys, didn't they? They've both won a Stanley Cup, correct?
Tarasenko, yes, they won. Yep. And then
both
Kane,
of them,
Kane's won
right?
through.
Kane,
Yep.
of course, right?
Yeah.
So they both won Stanley Cup. So you bring in two Stanley Cup winners and add it to a team. Okay.
Yeah.
That has to just for the guys that are the third and fourth defenseman or fifth and sixth defenseman and the guys on the third line, it's got to be motivating to guys of lesser talent. How's that sound? Which is just about talk to me.
Think about it though. So last 2 weeks ago, we brought in Tarasenko. So whoever was in that top 6 before Tarasenko, now he moved down, right?
Yep.
Now they're in the top 9.
Yeah.
So now you bring in Kane. Whoever's in the top 6 now is now going to be bumped down by that, right? So,
go ahead.
Guys have pride, right? They want to play. They want the team to win. They want the team to win, but and especially now the good thing. So Zibanejad, Panarin, and Kreider are all on longer term contracts, so they're not sitting there saying, "Oh, well, you're screwing me. I'm going to lose millions of dollars because I'm not playing as much." That's not the issue. It's more of a pride issue, especially because again, those 3 guys, Zibanejad, Panarin, and Kreider, are used to being on the number 1 power play. So almost like clockwork, whenever there's a power play, they're going over the boards, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, isn't the ultimate okay? So how about this? The ultimate goal, I would hope, is to win the Stanley Cup.
Absolutely,
of a team.
no question. Right.
Now, in other words, whenever I coached, and I know it was only college kids, but the ultimate goal is to win everything.
Yeah, totally.
I
agree.
So then all of these guys want to win everything. So then somebody that you just talked about, okay, if I'm on the second line, okay, and somebody like Kane comes aboard, am I better than Patrick Kane? You know what I mean? That's the question that I think they have to ask themselves.
Well,
I mean, Patrick Kane is having a great year too, isn't he?
Right. Well,
You know?
okay. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
When Herb Brooks was coaching, he famously told me, "Lead lock it, the puck, give it to somebody else." And we've talked about this before. Now he wanted me to play a certain style, be that defensive. What he was good at was rewarding me for doing what he asked me to do. So when there's a defensive opportunity late in the game, killing the penalty, whatever it was, I pretty much was guaranteed that I was going over the boards, right? And I was going to play. Now, if they brought in another defenseman that was similar to me but better than me, and all of a sudden I'm not going over the boards, so I'm saying to myself, "Yeah, all right, Herb, I sacrificed for you." Right, I sacrificed, but I mean, I played the role you wanted me to play, and now I'm not playing. This other guy's playing, right? There's yes, you want to win, but then there's that pride. So what have we got? They got what 20 games left, let's say. Yeah. So again, it's different in playoffs because you're trying to win the series, you're trying to win the game. But now you get 20 games left, and the guys that are not going to play as much, I guarantee you, they're going to be sitting around after the game going, "This is bull crap." Like this guy comes in, and now I'm in the fourth line. I'm getting 7 minutes ice time instead of the 15 minutes ice time I was getting before. It just Yeah, the guys, I've done it. I've sat
Yeah.
in those locker rooms, sat in a bar after and had a beer with the guys, and what the hell's going on here? I'm getting out of here. I'm not. I'm going to call my agent right now. I'm getting out of here next year.
But you will be. In other words, you know what I'm saying? It's very easy, right? So you call your agent and you leave. But this year we're going to win the Stanley Cup, right?
Right.
Is Kane a free agent at the end of the year? And I apologize. I don't know.
I don't know either. No,
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
in other words, is this? I think that this gives them an opportunity. This gives them a pretty good opportunity. Is it good enough to beat Boston? I don't know about that. Boston's pretty
There's
good.
no question from a talent standpoint. You are 100% correct. They've upgraded their talent level in the last 2 weeks with Tarasenko and Kane. Absolutely true. It's just that, again, those guys have pride sitting in the locker room. Yes, they want to win, but they want we've talked to guys. Who do we have on a show? Some guy that was on a Stanley Cup winning team but didn't play.
Okay.
And was still very happy that they won,
Uh-huh.
but didn't feel the same excitement because he didn't play. Right.
So Mike Hartman, let's say.
Yeah.
Mike Hartman was on the 94 team, right? Eddie Olchuk was on the 94 team.
Yep.
So Olchuk, Hartman, and I forgot there was another guy also that was a decent player that did
maybe
Black
Kyprios.
Aces, I think, right? Some guys called the Black Aces.
Yep.
Remember that? They gave them
Kyprios might have been the other guy. So those guys don't ever feel like they're in it as much because you can't. You're not out there. Right. You're not doing what those other guys are doing.
Yeah. Well, guys that don't dress in that case in '94, those were veterans that weren't dressing. Now, if you're not dressing some like maybe second or third year guys,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends.
Yeah. But if a guy like is used to playing 15 minutes a game and going out there taking all the important faceoffs or whatever, now all of a sudden he's not taking those faceoffs and he's getting 7 minutes a game. He's not into the game as much anymore. He's not contributing the same way. Right. Yeah. It's just that there's different animals. The guy, like the defenseman that plays 25 minutes a game, like a Fox, whatever, has a different mindset than the fifth and sixth defenseman that may play 14 or 15 minutes a game. It's almost like it's even tougher to be that fifth or sixth defenseman to stay mentally in the game and go out there and do your job.
100%.
Yeah. So I guess that's my concern. But listen, it's a great problem to have. And you know what? They may have injuries too. So we may be talking about this. Some guy gets hurt, and now it's not even an issue anymore. Yeah.
On championship teams, it somehow works out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what it comes down to. If they, because I heard, and I'm not going to remember who. It was the Rangers. So it was Rosen and Micheletti. Somebody was they were talking about that now they're expected to win. Can they handle the pressure of expecting to win?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep. In my mind, the answer is, well, if you can't handle the pressure, guess what? You're not going to win. Handling the pressure is part of the job. Adversity is part of life. It's just the same thing with anything else, right?
Remember Tampa, was it 4 years ago, whatever? They got beat by Columbus in the first round, four game streak.
Yeah.
And they were a team that was supposed to win. So clearly they could not, it appeared they could not handle the pressure to win. Right.
Or that Columbus was overmotivated because no one thought they could win.
Well, so that's a good point. So it's easier to play that way when nobody expects you to win. You just go play.
Right. You just go and sneak in.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like it's like I've told a story like 1997 or 87, whatever it was. I was on the All-Star ballot. It's one of the worst years I ever had in my career. I'm thinking I had total confidence in myself, but I'm thinking Tom Laidlaw, the way I play, I'm not supposed to play in the All-Star game. It's like I couldn't handle that like notoriety or whatever was going to be brought with it. It's like I wanted to be the guy that was.
See, you needed somebody like me. You needed.
I needed myself.
But you needed somebody to remind you that you need yourself. I
needed the 2023 version of Tom Laidlaw. Yeah,
absolutely. Imagine. Could you imagine going through life with the mindset now, or the knowledge, just the awareness, of what is possible with your mind. If you believe, you know what I'm saying, and if you believe that positive things can occur, right, and your thoughts create your actions and all of that, it would have been a little different. But totally. You did great to begin with. You know what I'm saying? You did fantastic.
Yeah, but it's a good point though. You look back and you think, geez, why did I think that way? Like athletes that are playing are some of the, not all of them, but are some of the most insecure people on the planet. And the same thing with you being around musicians and movie stars and all that. They everything they says to them, like if you're playing in your home building and somebody yells your name, like Laidlaw, wake up, it's don't yell at me, don't yell at me. And then once you get older, it's not as bad. But
it's like who cares? But I mean, look, with I think with all of those professions, the bottom line is that every game you play could be your last.
Yeah.
In entertainment, every movie you make could be your last. If they invest millions and millions of dollars on you and it flops, well, that might be the last time you get that chance.
Yeah.
And in entertainment, if the record label promotes your music and it doesn't go, that might be the last time. One hit wonders.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
it is funny. I think back now too. I thought so. We had a coaching change in LA. We had was Robbie Fatorik first, then Tom Webster came in, and I wasn't one of his guys. Like I was one of Herbie's guys. I was somewhat Ted Sater at first, and I became not one of his guys. Robbie Fatorik, when he coached with the Kings, I was one of his guys. And so Webster comes in. I played all this time. I knew what I had to do. I knew who Tom Laidlaw was, and
Right.
I listened to him too much. Got totally messed up. Instead of just saying, just play your game. If they don't like your game, you've proven how good of a player you are. If they don't like your game, they'll trade you. But don't get like I get so bent out of shape with the fact that he didn't like the way I played. I was like, man, shut up. Yeah.
But so how does when you say so in what way were you not one of his guys? You were a steady defenseman, right? You were still a steady defenseman, a stand-up guy, a great teammate, backed up all your, I see video. I got to tell you, thank you everybody for sending me video of Tom. I forget what he looks like, but anyway, people send me stuff, right? And whatever happens, you're there, and then next thing you know, somehow you dance with your partner to some certain place on the ice, you know what I'm saying? And you make your presence known. It's funny stuff, So my point is, you didn't have to do that. You see,
I know, totally. See, that's it. Like, I'm the same way. I guess somebody sent me a video of we play at LA my first year in the playoffs and beat them. And they were the highly ranked team. So I watched myself play, and they had me playing against this guy, big physical guy, big winger. And they had told me run him every time you're on the ice. So that's all I was told to do. So that's what I was going to do. And every time I was on the ice with him, I just smacked him. And I'm watching him going, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Nobody else notices that you're doing your job. And rightfully so. They're noticing guys scoring goals. We're making big saves. But
was there a guy on Boston when you played named McGill?
McGill. There's a McGill in Toronto.
Oh, maybe that was it in Toronto. Yeah. Anyway, he was by the pool. He was by the pool.
Is right? Oh, he's a tough guy too. He wasn't that big, but he was tough.
And the Minnesota goaltender, it was the
Don Beaupre. Don Beaupre.
Yeah, is that him? Yeah, he was there for like maybe, I don't know, 10, 14 years. Whatever it was.
Hold on. Breaking news. Tracy.
Hey!
Wow, missed a few weeks. Now right back to me. Right back to me, Tom. She's going with the dig. So here's what she's done now. She could have come back and said, "Hey, great to be back, guys. Great to see you again." But no, Tracy Mead comes with the dig right away. Wow. So okay, now here's the question then. So now is she going to come back with another dig, or will she soften her stance a little bit? Like now she's got it hard. What do you think?
She's the best. No, listen, she's the kind of girl. You're on the couch. We're on the couch. We're having a couple of beers, and she kicks the door down. Does just like knocks it open. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
The guy's doing. Yeah. Wakes us both up.
Grabs the husband by the ear, just drags him right out of the room.
Takes him out.
Yeah. Not my style.
Not my style. Oh.
What do you mean not your style?
Wait,
which one? Like
style what? Oh, she's talking in tongues now. Here we go.
Oh yeah. See,
what does she mean?
Here's what she's doing. Yeah. So she's saying it's about me, but now she's making it about her, right?
Well, she's dominating the conversation. She's an autocorrect.
Right.
When they autocorrect.
Right. And then she's coming back with like a half sentence so that we now have to figure out what she's talking about.
Gracie, where's Lorraine? I don't know where Lorraine is.
Lorraine just popped in.
See that?
She got a kick out. She got a kick out. Oh, thanks a lot, Lorraine. So you get a kick out of Tracy Marie picking on me. Oh my God.
What time? 10. Yeah, we're
love has many.
Everybody's showing up. My God.
I know.
Oh God, we got all of them.
Yeah. What time does that 10 o'clock show start?
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's apparently 10 o'clock.
Practice. Remember that? Yeah. What time is
I know.
What time does the 10 a.m. practice start at?
I know. Yeah, whenever Wayne Gretzky says so. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever Wayne Gretzky.
That's who it was. He didn't abuse that though. I'll tell you, it could have been that way, but he didn't. He knew that he had to show up on time. Yeah.
Well, God bless him. Thank God, because that would be.
Oh, we would have given it to him too. He was pretty good. Like giving him a hard time. He was good. Yeah.
Well, why not?
Definitely. Okay, so a little bit of bad news. The podcast, Full Change podcast, is no longer number 1 in hockey in Spain. We're now number 3 in hockey in Spain.
It's because
we were number 1. when we
That's what you
started,
bragged about it. Go,
I think it probably was. Yeah.
seriously. So who's number 2 and 3? Like somebody that
I don't know. We get this chartable rank, and I don't know how they do the rankings. I don't know who is out of it. They just tell us. Oh, I guess no, that's not true. I could look it up. That's right.
It's downloads.
Right,
Well, the Chartable, that whole thing that charts everything. That's that whole that software Chartable. Yeah.
Rich, do you know about Tom's theory that a team plays better when the best players out? Oh, Susan takes my words and twists them. Like
God,
today.
no,
today is clearly pick on Tommy. All right, so what I clearly said, Susan, and you know this, Susan, you're just stirring the pot as well, like you and Tracy, and Lorraine for laughing at them, giving them fuel for the fire. So what I said was, though, that sometimes that when a good player is out for a short period of time, the other players have to pick up the pace to play better.
Yes.
I used the example, Tracy Marie, of me when Barry Beck was out of the lineup. I had more opportunities to do things and played a bigger role. Okay. Right. Yes, I was talking about me, Tracy Marie.
So good players step up and cover the slack. It's the same way when the emergency goaltender goes in an NHL game, which has only happened maybe 5 or 6 times, whatever the amount is, and the whole team picks up.
Yeah.
Studley do right. Tom Laidlaw. Love it. Tracy.
God.
Oh, the best.
Why?
Laidlaw hour.
Why? I mean, I'm going to have to have, after I've done all these podcasts and everything, I think I'm going to have a happy hour on my back deck because of
yeah, exactly. I want everybody to ask what they can learn from this experience. Okay. There's my positive question today. What can we learn from this experience with Tom Laidlaw? Thank you, Trace.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a good point.
What do you got now?
What could we learn?
Yeah. What could we learn?
Not just from me in this particular show?
No, in anything. No. In anything. But yes, in this case, you.
What can we learn?
How about this, folks? How about this, Tom? Did you go to the infrared sauna?
No, I have not gone yet.
Yeah.
That is like it clearly is a thing with me that I really have to be like you're right. It has to become. I have to be sold on it totally.
Yeah.
Now let's just back up on that.
Right.
I think it is that like I'm not. How can I say this properly? It's something about when these new things come out, I just don't want to just dive in. I know it's not a new thing entirely. It's not like it just happened last week. But
years and years, decades ago.
The infrared sauna has been around that long?
Yeah, it's been
really.
It's been around.
Huh.
It's been around, Thomas. But anyway, so there's the place in Stanford. I don't know them, but I figured this would be a slam dunk because the owner is a fireman.
Okay, firefighter.
Fireman, like build
firefighter. It's actually firefighter.
Yeah.
Because if you say fireman, you could be the guy that starts fires.
Or the fireman could be a firewoman, right? Is that it? So it's
that's another way. Oh, yeah,
gender specific. I'm too gender specific, Thomas.
Right. Hey, Murray, you're feeling my pain. Thank you, Murray. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Here we go, Tracy again. I haven't even read this one. I'm just going to throw it up there. Type A scheduled. Can't bend at all.
He is not set. He has a growth mindset. I'm telling you right now. He does.
Type A.
He's willing to change.
So when she says scheduled there, what does that mean? Type A, scheduled. Oh, schedule. I'm on a schedule. Okay,
you're on a schedule. But there's nothing wrong with being on a schedule. I mean,
Tracy Marie, you can't bend at all. Tracy, that's just not fair.
He bends. He is willing to change. He's willing to change, but it's got to be at on his decision.
Well, I have to be fully bought into it. I can't just do it on a whim because somebody says so.
So how traumatic was it to be traded for? Who did you get traded for? Pierre LaRouche?
Marcel Dion.
Oh, Marcel Dion. I knew it was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So how traumatic was it? Did you feel that was going to happen? How did that go? And then
okay, two different things. When it first happened, I was devastated because I love playing for the Rangers, and I thought to myself, Marcel Dion is like 90 years old.
Yeah.
Now looking back at it, I deserved to be traded. I was not playing well. Really? It was actually ended up being a great thing for me. Woke me up. I hurt my back. Alicia's asked a question about the back. I hurt my back, and again, it was totally stubborn. Didn't do the things I needed to do to like strengthen my core and all that. I said, no, this is the way I do it. So it's that old thing where what helped me get to the NHL, me, Tracy, was that I was stubborn and wouldn't quit. But now what hurt me at the end of my career was I was stubborn and wouldn't quit what I was doing. I should have changed my training and everything. So the stubbornness was great. It's then recognizing that you need to stow the stubbornness. Go ahead.
Well, the stubbornness was relentless. You were
Very true.
relentless. So you know what I mean? In other words,
Yeah.
more relentless time. And when you say the stubbornness, the stubbornness got the relentlessness got you to
Right.
the NHL.
So yeah,
You were
of my
relentless,
process.
you were steady, right?
Yeah.
You were consistent.
Yeah,
and
totally.
refused to quit.
I would not get on the trainer's table unless I had my spleen was bleeding.
Yeah.
I'd say that's it. I'm gonna have another beer, and that's what made
Have
me
another
like the first
beer, yeah.
right, like the first 4 years of my career didn't miss a game because of injury,
Right.
because of all that mindset. My last 4 years, I missed more games because of that mindset, because I wouldn't change. Right? So
well, because as you grow, as you got older, like numerical as you did, right? You maybe had to tweak your
yeah, totally, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But in my mind, but in my mind, I'm saying I'm not changing anything. I got to the NHL playing this way. I'm not changing a darn thing. No, I should.
So you had a fixed mindset, Tom.
Yes. Oh, fixed.
You were fixed. You were.
It was welded. It was welded.
But now there's no way that you've changed, because you don't have a fixed mindset. If you had a fixed mindset, you wouldn't be taking, let's say, amino acids.
That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
You wouldn't be doing this podcast. You certainly wouldn't be dealing with my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Of telling you infrared sauna and all these other things. I mean, look at my hair. I'm not, it's like actually not, I'm getting hair.
It looks great. Looks fantastic.
You might grow hair.
Looks great. Here, Alicia, what can you learn from having your back pain? Back pain. Okay, great point. So when I retired from playing, because I was me, Tracy. I had a bad back, and I wouldn't do core training. Excuse me, I wouldn't do core training. Didn't even know what core training was. Didn't stretch. Didn't do all the things I'm doing now. So now in the last 10 years, I've learned those things, and now I don't have back pain at all. I can do lots of stuff that I couldn't do before because I've learned how to train better. So of course, train properly. We started to get cocky. Said, okay, I'll back away from the back stuff. I won't do as much kettlebell and all that kind of stuff, and I'll do more biceps, and because I want to look bigger because summer's coming around. Yeah. So now all the things I was doing to prevent back pain, I stopped doing a lot of them. And then all of a sudden I was continuing to do the same lifestyle, like skating, sitting in the car for 3 hours, driving to Binghamton, all that stuff. And now I started getting back pain. So I learned it was totally my fault because I didn't maintain my process.
Yeah. Well, so you were working out for show.
I shifted unknowingly into that mode.
Into the show, into the bicep, tricep mindset. Traps, bicep.
Okay, so that's at least, Tracy, at least didn't zing me this time. It was more of a guidance thing. So maybe she's softening. Maybe she's softening a little bit.
She missed the first. She missed the start of the show when we talked about mindset and having a positive mindset as opposed to a fixed mindset.
Right. Okay, what's going on? What do you think Tracy's mindset is? Right. So she came in hard on me, like zinged me, hurt me bad. Right. I don't know if I'll recover.
Well,
now
she's the older sister that's a scotch. She's a scotch.
That's good.
That's it. She's great.
Okay. So now do you think she's feeling?
She's a kibitzer. She's a kibitzer.
I think she's feeling bad. I think she's feeling bad that she hit me so hard, and now she's like kind of soft.
No. She dances. She dances around, Tommy. She's jabbing you. She's like a mosquito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? Right. She's beating the hell out of us.
Can our strength become our obstacles as well? Yes. Oh, that's good, Alicia. That's beautiful.
My God, we got to think here.
What are you talking about? That's beautiful. That's
a great question. Can our strengths become our obstacles? Yes. In other words, you want people to be vulnerable once in a while. Is that it?
Well, no, but my stubbornness, which was my strength when I started, became my obstacle at the end of my career.
Yeah, but then it's no longer a strength. If it becomes an obstacle towards growth, it's no longer a strength.
Good point. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that really is what it comes down to. He would try
but he does.
Yeah. He just wants to break chops. He thinks that in some strange way, I am making a commission when he goes and uses it, and I'm not sharing. And I'm not sharing with him.
Not true at all. Not true at all.
I'm kidding with you.
Hold on here. Rich, you look good.
Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Is your screen you need to clean your screen, Lorraine?
Yeah, I gotta clean my screen. But on the serious side,
you're a handsome.
Cryotherapy. I have hair. My hair is coming in fuller. I don't know what to say, Tom.
It looks great. It looks fantastic there. Yeah.
It looks great.
Get the weed whack. Get this.
Weed whack. I saw my friend in the pizza documentary on Netflix. His hair is up there like this. And I said, I can do that and I'll make better pizza. So that's what my pizza now tastes fantastic.
Very cool. What is that? There's a cartoon that got hair like that. Okay,
Yeah,
there's a
Einstein
level.
had to say that too,
Hold
you
on.
know.
There's a level of being accepted in his mind, Rich Gabberty. There's a level
In
of
his
being
mind,
accepted.
there's a level of being accepted.
I'm getting okay. She's analyzing me now. So okay, it's not a zing. Again, that's two things with not zinging me. So okay.
No, Lily.
All right, here
Tom,
she
you're
comes again. And
Tom
now we're
knows.
laughing together. Now we're laughing together. Yes, I am. Okay. So now there's some laughter
You know
going
what?
on.
We got to experiment and like have and let people like talk a little bit on this thing next time. I don't know how we can do that, but I'd love to hear.
Well,
Tracy.
I'm doing a show tomorrow. The Thursday show. I'm having Deb is coming on and Doug DeVito. So
Oh, spectacular! There
Yeah,
you go. That's brilliant.
Lorraine, you are intelligent
See
woman.
that?
Clearly,
Lorraine, awesome.
your screen is cleaned. Thank you.
That is awesome. Yeah. So Deb from Omaha and Doug DeVito.
Yes. Yep. Doug
That's-
DeVito. Yeah, actually, Doug came up with the idea.
Doug
He said,
DeVito,
"You know
he
what?
looks like a wild man,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, I know he does. Yeah, his
He
hair is worse
looks like
than yours.
him in
He
some
needs-
bar or something like that. And wow.
I know he's at a bar dancing all the time and everything. I hope he's not drunk when he gets on the show tomorrow.
No. God only
Yeah.
knows.
It's a 2:00 show.
That's going to be must see podcast TV or whatever.
Totally. Yeah. Deb's Deb is the one that she does that security stuff too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Deb is like whether it's
Okay, here we go.
cybersecurity-
Here we go. Tracy Marie's coming out. Okay, is this going to be positive or negative, or just like it can't be? It won't be positive. I guarantee you that.
I'm at a disadvantage. I'm not on
I know.
Facebook. Look at
I
comments
know.
here.
So I know.
So any of the Aerosmith questions, go ahead. Let's see.
Sue. Okay, the long Sue. He can't be told. So okay, she's doing like the sarcastic kind of. So he can't be told
Yeah.
what to do. Oh, then the
Yeah.
little breaks everything. Hold on, let me read it better here. So he can't be told what to do. What to do? It has to be on his terms. So tell him not to do this.
I've tried that. Believe me, that doesn't work. We tried that like I think 16 episodes ago. We said whatever you do, don't call the hypnotist to solve your problems. Do not call the hypnotist if you believe that that's the one that can help you.
I just
We
want to
did
read
that.
this one more time. So okay, so that's like this, like that. She probably has her head going like this too, like so he can't be told. So he can't be told what to do. Like the pause there between like what to do. So it's like that. So you reinforce that it has to be on his terms. So tell him not to do this on it. Oh man, I could just see her like probably like the head's going back. So tell him what to do. Like she's probably a little snarl going too. Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You are entertaining. I will say that much.
Love Danny DeVito, Doug DeVito. Oh.
Doug DeVito. Wow. Danny DeVito. Doug DeVito. Yeah. No. Doug is Danny's older brother. Okay. Doug is Danny's older brother. That's what it comes down to.
So Doug is Danny's older brother. I'm gonna talk like the rest of the show. We got like about 8-10 minutes. I gotta talk like Tracy talks. So see, look at the head bob here too. Like probably was like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, guarantee.
Unbelievable.
Should do a video.
All right, so listen, full change. Let's promote Tom's
right.
Yeah,
and do us a favor. We want to get as high as possible. So leave comments on the podcast. So I know people are leaving comments on my Facebook page, but I think part of the process of moving up is the comments that are made wherever you're watching the podcast.
Okay. Yes.
So we've had on Pierre, we had on Pierre LaRouche. We had on Pierre LaRouche, Mick Vakota. We had on Malarchuk was a very interesting one, and then we had Glenn Healy on. So
and you've shown these already, and I see the thing about this. And when you say shown, listen, the thing about this is that you can go on. I'm going to guess that you can go on Spotify, and you could at leisure while you're driving listen to these interviews while you know.
Definitely.
So that makes it very convenient.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why we research says to post them at 5, between 2 and 5 in the morning, because people that are going to work, they stay on there obviously, but
yeah. But I mean, that's especially to get it going, to jump off.
Right.
Don't do
here comes the topic. Here comes the topic to finish off the show with. Tom, you need to get Tracy on sometime. So I'm just trying to think how that, like I'm a delicate person. I'm like very. I don't know if I could recover from that. Like it depends. No, I guess part is not knowing. What kind of a mood? Like does she come in like hot, or does she come in? Like,
I think it's going to come in the way she always does. She's going to come in authoritative. She's not going to take your gut. She admires certain qualities that you have, and she exposes the other bad qualities. And so that's That's fantastic. That
That-
sounds like an
that-
ex-wife to me.
So, so, so I've got bad quality. I have to be. I can't do what I've told her to do. So she do this the whole time. Like she'll talk. She's just talking to me this whole time. Like, so Tom, like
She's gonna kick your ass, bro. That's it.
uh,
It's good though. Listen, she's the ex-wife you've never had. That's what she's gonna point everything out. It's great. It's great. You're gonna get abused, and you don't have to give away the house. You don't lose your house, and the kids don't live somewhere else.
Good point. Good point.
Freaking perfect.
Rob, what is this?
Rob,
Like,
Brooklyn. See?
knows her shit. What? How can you not back? Oh my god!
Yeah.
This is just getting awful. Like I'm not gonna. This definitely having happy hour after we're done with my work today. It's happy hour. Wrote the back down.
Happy hour. Now, what are you gonna do? What are you having for happy hour?
So vodka cranberry,
Yep.
and then we get the snacks lined up. So we got homemade hummus, carrots, carrots. What else we have? Cucumber, all sliced up,
You come.
and then we have some sweet potato chips. Oh.
And the cranberry juice, a lot of sugar. No.
No. So what we do is
Okay,
it's
so
basically
there-
vodka and water, and we just put a splash of cranberry in there for the.
Love it. Just a little color, a little taste.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little flavor. Okay. All right. And how's the temperature in sunny New York?
We're down. It was a little frosty, but we got our space heater outside. We get all bundled up with multiple layers. Very
Okay.
healthy. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
just like I got the TV outside, the smart TV, watching YouTube videos. Nah, no way.
brilliant.
I'm so easy going. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, no, right. Yeah. So I'm so easy going.
I'm so easy. Yeah, no, I don't
So-
think she talks like that, Tracy.
You know, like
She's a
yeah.
sweetheart. She's the best. You are lucky.
based on-
You have some great people on your side there.
Why would you say that she's the best? Like, you don't really know that for sure. Like,
She's a good person. Listen, she's a good person.
Really?
She doesn't listen. She's had adversity in her life. She deals with issues that and not her own issues, but she deals with a lot. And
Okay, so I'm viewing this wrong. Then I should view it that it's actually a compliment that she leans on me, she vents on me, and gives me like the stuff, the bad energy coming off her towards me. Is she feels like she's actually no, basically she's doing the same thing that Herb Brooks used to do with me. He felt I was strong enough to be able to take it, so she's really giving me a compliment by picking on me all the time, right?
how about she comes on here and it gives her a chance to break somebody like yours chops, okay? Because there are probably a million podcasts going on right now. The
Right.
fact that we are number one in Slovakia, I believe. We're number one in Slovakia until somebody does bragging, and then we'll drop down to 3.
Right.
Okay. Certainly this is the most watched podcast in Northern Italy. That I promise you. And in Tuscany,
Tuscany.
region.
Have you ever been to Tuscany?
Yes.
What's that? I'm not cutting up. I have no desire to go to Tuscany.
Well,
that kind of thing.
Tuscany, that's good because we don't need people like you there. Then we want people. We want people there that everything is in Tuscany. The expression is "la sulista." La sulista basically means, "Hey, take it easy." They're so good back there. It's so beautiful.
Here's a little bit more about me that I forgot too. Tomorrow, 2:00, I have a call with the State Department tomorrow, figuring out where I'm going I'm as an ambassador of sport representing the United States.
Time out here. Let's call a timeout. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Here we go already with me. Then me should have a freaking calendar, because if you're doing it on Thursday at 2 p.m., you're going to interview the State Department on your podcast.
Let me check the calendar.
Do you understand what I'm saying now, Thomas?
Yes, I do. I'm checking the calendar.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Go check. Yeah, get your roll.
You're yelling at me.
No. The State Department. That's somebody.
Okay. All right. So we are going to. Good point by you. We're going to have to move the time of the show.
State Department call.
No, the State Department call stays at 2:00. You can't
Get on
change the call with the State Department. You got to change the
Oh yeah,
time
you
of the
can. Why not?
podcast.
You're on Laidlaw.
Yeah, but this is Elise Crane. She's from the state. This is for a
Yes.
trip to go to some other country to represent our nation,
At
the
3
United
p.m.
States of America.
At 3 p.m.
No, it's 2:00.
You
That's
have a
what's scheduled.
podcast. You have a podcast.
We'll,
You have
we'll
people
move the
depending on
podcast.
you.
We'll move the podcast. I'll notify my participants, Doug DeVito and Deb.
And
Hold
all
on.
the people, like have your guy there post something.
Right. Okay. Hold on 1 second. There are no places for rent in Tuscany. The place is sold out. Name that sitcom.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
I don't know. That
Okay.
doesn't pertain
Okay.
to
Hold
me.
on.
I have relatives there.
Here's what I'm taking out of this. Tracy has warmed to me. She's not yelling at me now. She's having normal conversation. So you know what it is then?
What's
So
the
there's a
sitcom? Come on.
There's a certain level of frustration that builds up over time. You know what it is? It's because we don't converse, so some frustration builds up towards me. So like once she now gets to converse with me, then she's fine. Yeah, good. Seinfeld. Was that a Seinfeld show?
Seinfeld. Oh my God, is it?
I've never watched Seinfeld. I've never watched that show.
Good for you, right?
Yeah.
I liked Larry David. The Larry David show that was pretty good. Seinfeld, I like. It's okay. It's good. You know.
What was the Larry David show? Is that what the show was called?
Well,
Larry
David was the writer or the partner of Seinfeld. He was the guy behind the scenes, and then he did his own show on HBO. Did you ever see that at all? It's a comedy. Okay.
No.
Anyway, so that's pretty funny. And Seinfeld is that's that intelligent humor.
That's why, yeah.
Philosophical, intelligent, cerebral humor. Which it's got its place.
So hold on. Tracy's on a first name basis with Larry.
Larry wrote Seinfeld. Thank you, Tracy.
I get that. She's on a first name basis. Notice that she's on a first name basis with Larry David.
Larry, but she's not obviously. Larry wrote for Jerry.
Right. But here I'm trying to get to the point. No, hold on. I'm trying to get to the point that Tracy's on a first name basis with Larry David, called him Larry.
Yeah.
Well, she's Larry David. So
she knows Larry. Absolutely.
But I mean, they're friends?
I bet there are a lot of people that are friends with Tracy because she's got that kind of personality. She's a kibitzer. She likes to break chops. She's not intimidated by Tom Laidlaw, the almighty kazoo, who freaking schedules his podcast and the State Department call at the same time. And then haphazardly, just matter-of-factly says, "Oh, I have a 2
I
p.m.
think I do it on purpose just to make it look very busy too. Oh, gotta move the show. I'm gonna call with the State Department. I'm gonna get on the State Department. So
very impressive.
This is how Tracy would say. This is how Tracy would say. She go, so you have a call with the State Department.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So you're going to talk to some person who is a winter intern.
No. I saw her get interviewed. I did my research. No. This is a young woman out of college.
I'm so kidding with you. I'm having a good time.
Okay.
The benefits are heart health.
Right. I could take picture, Rich. Hold on a second here.
What do you
I could picture Rich being in a sitcom. Yeah, I could see you in a sitcom. That's true. Yeah.
Oh, listen, my life is a sitcom. Don't worry about that.
Hold on. See, I think what's happened here is now I've pointed out that maybe she's softening a little bit and being nicer to me. So she realized, okay, I can't do that. Now I have to zing him again.
Listen, she's not a doormat. She is not just, you got to be on your toes with her.
But why? Like, what have I ever done? Like,
that's the problem. Exactly.
Okay. What have I ever done?
Exactly. Yes, you answered.
Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to imitate Tracy saying this. Exactly. Inconvenience. This okay. Inconvenience others for me. That's the way she's talking right now.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
It's probably getting a little, watch my little snarl here too. Okay, watch. Exactly.
Yeah.
Inconvenience others for me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Boy, those chiclets, bud. Can you stain those? Like,
no, they're porcelain.
You can't.
It's like a toilet bowl. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh,
that's right. Like my teeth are like a toilet bowl.
But that hurt though, right?
Getting it done?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, there's a lot of damage to the old teeth there. So they basically, no, it wasn't that bad. It's just a long time,
really?
to whittle it down. And I mean, then they put a fake pair on, or there's the four front teeth, and then they come back.
Yeah, right. I heard somebody describe it as a very painful thing, but
no, it wasn't. People whining.
You could tell movie actors. You could tell movie actors that like made it after their first film because they come back to their second film and their teeth are perfect.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Well, your ears are for show at times. I'm thinking Tom Laidlaw. Oh man, hold on. Wow. Well, your ears are for show at times. I'm thinking Tom Laidlaw. I like to use the whole Tom Laidlaw. My mother used to go Thomas John. It's like JC's going Tom Laidlaw.
Right, Thomas John. Yeah.
Well, your ears are for show at times. I'm thinking Tom Laidlaw. Oh man, and the head's going like this too again. I'm thinking your ears are for show at times. Tom Laidlaw.
She's got that's the perfect profile picture of her. She's got the little New York hat and it's covering her face. That's just the perfect profile.
It is. That's a good point for you. Yeah.
Jesus, amazing. Really just amazing. Your ears. Well,
no pause.
No pause.
Okay, I'll go back to it. Okay, you're right. I correct myself. Well, your ears are for show at times. I'm thinking Tom Laidlaw.
Oh my God! All right, we'll have to. We're gonna have to do a reading next time. For the next show, we'll sit around like a a virtual
Yeah.
coffee table, and we'll do a reading with Tracy and everybody.
How much
How
were those
much
teeth?
for those teeth? He probably did some.
I did some
Sponsorship.
bartering. I did some bartering actually. I was actually mentoring. There's two dentists. The mother and father, both dentists. Yes, two, mother and father.
That's awesome.
And so I was mentoring their son, and they said I didn't realize my tooth had gotten that brown. They just because it happened over years. And the mother goes, Tom, can we fix your tooth, please? So we bartered. So it was. I think it probably would have been around 30,000 to get that done.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Oh,
Awesome.
All right. So my friend Dougie DeVito is now sucking up to.
Oh, he
Tracy.
woke up. There he is.
Hi, Tracy.
Dougie, newsflash. Your 2 p.m. show is not at 2 p.m. Tom will have to alert you to the time.
Right.
He's
Sorry.
going to the
I did not
State
realize.
Department.
Good point. I have a very important call. Okay. So we're going to have the State Department of the United States of America, U.S. government.
Yeah.
So so our show will be moved to 3:00. And if you can't do it, I totally understand. Oh, what is going on?
Clear your schedule,
Hold
Doug.
on. Hi, Dougie.
There you go. Everybody's
Do I get like a hi, Tom? No, never.
No, she came in and said hello to us. What are you talking about?
Oh, she didn't say hello to us. She zinged me right away. Why do you use a space heater in the winter when you don't use any? See what happened to the
Love it,
mind?
Susan.
Okay,
Way to go,
So,
Susan.
we were that was the drill to intentionally get myself out of the comfort zone. So that was with a purpose.
Mhm.
There's no. That's
So
not
there's no
what the drill
purpose
is.
in getting really cold and freezing outside and trying to overcome the cold. No purpose in being
You
cold.
could, if you chose to do that, you could do that. Yeah.
Cold therapy. There's no.
Yeah, you
no,
could if you chose to do that, you could still do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going into
I was out there
the
about.
Good.
I was out there about 2 weeks ago, and my phone wouldn't charge anymore. It had the thing on there. The phone was too cold, so it wouldn't charge anymore.
That's amazing. And you know what? Conversely, I was someplace a couple of days ago where my phone was too hot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, that's a shame.
had that as well.
I feel
Okay,
terrible.
hold on. Where's this one? How many stitches have you gotten in your face? That's I don't know, probably in the hundreds.
Tracy wants to sew your mouth together. Oh my god!
So all these guys that are like my friends, like I thought were my friends, are now like siding with Tracy and like zinging me.
very few former Rangers alumni, okay, are going to subject themselves to going on a podcast with somebody like me. Number one, okay, but number two, letting people kibitz with them. So you are a unique person, and people enjoy taking advantage of that and enjoying it, and that's why you have such consistently loyal listeners.
That was brilliant the way you said that.
Well,
Oh wow, that was
that's
very,
that's the
was-
bottom line, though.
that was very like therapeutic for me also. too,
Let somebody else think that this is easy. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you
Let
drank
somebody-
more-
you know what I mean?
yeah.
People, how about this? People think that like what you're doing is not easy.
Yeah, good.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, you could show up, pat a couple of kids on the head at one of these affairs and events and this and that. Okay, take care. See you later. Good job. You could
Yeah.
do it, and you
know.
leave, and nobody hears from you. But then you decide you want to come on, have a podcast channel, okay, and do all of this stuff. All right, which I give you credit for. And then you have somebody like me who gives you a suggestion and you take it and you run with it and you edit and you're number one in Spain, which when I gave you the suggestion, had I known that, I would have charged you.
No, we dropped to number 3 in Spain. That's not good.
That's because I told my friends, hey, you're getting a swelled head. Stop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, mira, no likey, mira, no comment.
So if he drank more, perhaps he would be warm. Oh, okay. I was going to take that the wrong way. I'm taking that Tracy really cares about me, right? This is how I'm evaluating this, and she wants me to be warm. Tracy, that means a lot to me. That warms me to the cockles. It does.
Okay.
Seriously. Now I feel so much better. After all, it's the ups and downs, but you know what? Through it all, it shows that you care. That
She's
means a
there
lot
for
to me.
you.
Seriously.
She's there for you, Tom. And
Yeah.
the location of the Cockle Island, where is that, by the way?
The Cockle Island?
The Cockles. Yeah, when
I
you're
had
warm,
no idea. That's in England. It's
idea
off the
where
coast.
that is?
It's on the coast of England.
Yeah, the Cockles.
Yeah, the Cockles. Does that sound like does it sound like an English thing?
Yes, it's near Prince Albert.
Oh, see, now it's about me. Tracy's all about me later.
No,
I'm
she's
a girl. I got
bring
it.
herself
I
to
hang
you.
it. So it's I, right? So
Yes.
There's no I in team.
I'm a guy's girl. I can hang
Yeah.
with the.
Well,
so
but I talked about myself, and I get this me thing. Now she's talking about herself, and it's like I.
Well, that's part of this new thing going around. Yeah, the guys are the targets in today's society.
Yeah, true. But
Older-
then Tracy
older
says
white
she's a
men.
guy's right. Tracy
Old-
says she's a guy's girl.
Listen, if it continues this way in like a couple of years, older white men are going to be like the minority.
Oh yeah. Oh totally. Yeah. We'll leave the house.
Yeah, we'll leave the house. Yes, we will.
Right.
It's 11:11, Tom.
We gotta get going. We gotta get going here.
11.
If I tease someone, that means that they are okay in my book. If I don't tease them, I probably don't like you.
Exactly. Thank you, Danny.
Well,
thank you, Danny.
Dan,
Dan the man. Anthony.
I'm talking to my fellow New York Ranger friends.
There you go. These guys. Let me tell you.
What does it mean? She's talking to her friends. Like that's why she said I'm a guy's girl.
But she actually hangs out. They all hang out up there and wherever they sit. I mean, it's fantastic. The Blues.
I never get.
I know.
I don't get invited up there. No, actually, that's true. Brendan Duffy invited me to go up into the seats in the 400. Yes.
And I'm surprised you didn't take advantage of that.
So this last game we had it was law enforcement appreciation night.
Oh,
before the game, they had about the Hulu Theater. They had about 400 or 500 police officers, firefighters, everything. Stefan Matteau, myself, and Ron Greshner all got our autographs with them and signs and all that kind of stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was good.
And cool. Where was it? Where was our buddy Pete Giantempo? Was he around that night?
Pete has been banished.
Ah, okay.
We'll discuss that off air.
Yeah, Pete's the man.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Okay, I get it.
Okay, so now Tracy just can't stop now. Yes, keep up. Oh, geez, keep up. Yes, keep up. So here it is. Here's the invitation. Yes, keep up.
Yeah,
keep
on,
up.
Tom,
like,
come on.
Up here. Get up here. It's like I'm a dog. Right? Keep up.
Keep up.
Yeah, quit chewing on the shoes.
Oh, you're reaching levels I've never felt before, Tom. Anyway, all right. Listen.
Okay. All right. So again, the normal 2:00 show for tomorrow is now changed to 3:00. I have not discussed that with Deb. I'm hoping she's all right with that change. And once again, Rich Gabert is correct. I was inadvertent. I did not realize that I double booked. That's what we call that in the industry. I double booked. That's what we call that.
He double booked. He didn't consult. Yes, the State Department called and he got all excited. He's going to get a bag.
Yeah. He's going to I just like saying that, like State Department. I'm talking to the State Department.
Believe me, yeah, I'm Italian. You don't want to hit a State Department. So what I'm trying to say is Tom is vying to be the first held hostage hockey player, former NHL hockey player in a foreign country.
Okay, so the first trip that I was supposed to be on was Latvia. The emails got switched up on that because I wasn't talking to the State Department.
That's no. Let's.
So where do we think? We don't know where the next trip is going to be. So where do you think it is? Like Latin America? What do you think?
Listen, Latin America doesn't sound that friendly to us right now.
Right. Well, Venezuela is not a great spot, right?
Venezuela's communism. I mean, you go there, you can get kidnapped. I would not go to Venezuela. You would not go.
Well, the State Department is going to determine where that is. I guess I'm just trying to get a guess of where we may go. South Africa? No, it's got to be someplace. Got to be someplace that has. It's got to be someplace that has a hockey rink.
Oh,
because I'm doing hockey clinics is what I'm doing. So.
Well, you know what? Puerto Rico has an active hockey.
Right, but they want a foreign government. You're going to another country, so Puerto Rico.
But what is Puerto Rico? Do you know?
It's a it's a part of the U.S., but it's what's the term? I don't know. I do know, but I don't remember.
It's a kissing cousin. It's a kissing cousin to the U.S. It's not a state. It's not a state, and there are.
I know it's a territory. Is it territory? Is that what it is?
Sure. Mira, territory. We are territory.
Hold on there.
Somebody's going to tell us.
Here she comes. We don't bank on the guy in White House to get you out.
That's true. Well, if he smokes pot, maybe if he smokes pot, and
I'm not.
Stay there.
Yeah,
you're going to stay.
I played basketball.
Yeah. God bless. If he gets captured, he's not going to get captured. He's going to get held hostage. That's what he's going to get.
Somebody's going to hold me hostage. Look at me.
It would be fun. I listen. I think it would be a great movie.
So bring your equipment.
It would be better than Liam Neeson. I've had it watching him have adversity.
I know.
It's the same thing. It's a protectorate.
Puerto Rico was protectorate. Protectorate.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a word. Is that a real word?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Alicia. I like learning. I like learning new things. Yeah.
That's actually, and that's an English word, as a matter of fact, probably from the Latin or the Greek or whatever.
All right, we need to wrap this up because I'm going to have to take a nap. This treatment I've gotten from Tracy Marie is just
infrared sauna, baby. Red light therapy. Go red light therapy.
Really? So after Tracy picks on me for a full hour, I should go do red light therapy.
Well, I would do infrared sauna. I would hydrate.
Maybe the other option is just have her not pick on me. Don't you think?
No, that's not going to happen. We can't change. We can only help ourselves. We can only change ourselves. You could change yourself. You can't change Tracy.
Yeah,
That's the
excellent point.
common
Excellent point.
mistake couples make. The common mistake is they think they could change the other person.
Right.
And
Hence, I'm
it's
divorced.
guys like us that somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to change this guy,"
Yeah.
and it
point.
doesn't work. Does it, Tom?
Good.
Does it work?
No.
No, it doesn't work.
Nay.
So when
It is
you
like
are
a state.
ready,
Yeah,
Good.
it is like a state without the right to vote for president.
yes,
That's
thank
what
you,
it
Elise.
protects.
Okay, right. So there
So
are
okay,
ice.
so
There are
okay,
ice-
we need to pick like three stars of the show. It's not us, right? So people are
No.
writing questions. So clearly, do we pick Tracy? I mean, pure volume, she was sending in more. But you think her?
Well, but she dominated the conversation. She came in at 10:40, and now it's 11:16, and we're exhausted, and we really
Right.
didn't do the agenda we had. So I would say that she was she created quite a lot of havoc at this
Okay.
game.
So that's what we're looking for. Somebody like that really makes a difference in the show.
Difference maker.
Clearly,
She was a difference maker.
she made a difference. Okay. Okay. Number two, then. Alicia wasn't as involved as she normally is.
Yeah, but
Susan
when she-
Brooks was. Huh?
Susan, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. But you like Alicia's involvement?
Well, I mean, Alicia wasn't involved, but when she was involved, she confused the crap out of both of us at times.
She came up with protectorate.
Very deep, yeah, protector.
Right.
But the questions that she made, I'm trying to forget. I got a headache.
Okay.
About the strengths and everything. So I would say she's either 2 or 3. So we could go back to that, and that it doesn't. The game's over. So like, what are they trying to shoot after the
I know,
whistle?
buy a watch at Costco. It's only 35 minutes. Jesus. Oh God. Oh. Oh.
I listen.
Why?
I don't go to Costco. Tom, you go to Costco. I know. You're a
Yeah,
big fan.
but
I have
why?
no- I
Why
go to-
is she
That's it.
the vengefulness?
Sprouts.
Again. Yeah. All right. So
Sprouts
Alicia's
and-
number. So Tracy Marie number 1, Alicia number 2, and Brendan Duffy was involved today. I thought
I
he
had
was
1 or
good.
2 comments at best, and then he disappears. He,
Oh,
you know what? He
okay.
took a nap.
How about Anthony Carlucci? What about him? Is he in there?
That
Doug
one
DeVito.
question. Yeah, but they leave these truth bombs and then they leave. So that means they're watching for
I know.
15 minutes.
Yeah, like
They
if you're going to
leave.
get going into the corner, you got to stay in the corner and get the puck out, right?
How about this? Getting old does not suck. Okay, getting old
Yeah.
is a way of life. Okay, yes.
But that started a
You
great.
try to-
You know what though? That started a great conversation though
Yeah.
with
So
Anthony.
what? So he contributed. So yes, I would give him the 3rd star. Then.
Okay, Tracy Marie number 1, Alicia number 2, and Anthony Carlucci number
Yeah,
3.
Carlucci, and contact us because 52 is a great year to start.
Hold on. No,
Game's over.
Brendan
whatever
Duffy.
time-
Brendan Duffy is disputing this. I've
Oh,
been
you're
here.
reading the comments. See, that's my problem, Brendan. I don't have.
Yeah, good point. So I don't put all comments up, right?
Well, I noticed that because somebody asked about what did I thought of the YouTube going on tour without their drummer, and that was a very good question. That was a
Oh.
show or so ago,
Oh.
and
So there's sometimes though that we're on a roll in some subject. I don't. That doesn't mean it's not.
I know
a
you
great
don't want to
comment.
talk about Tom. I know you don't want to talk about rock and roll because God forbid that you have somebody that was involved in. You don't
I
want to
want
see
all, it's all about
limelight.
me. It's
Right.
about me.
So the answer to the question is they go on tour because they're making millions of dollars. The drummer still gets paid because he's part of the group, and they hire a sideman to hit the drums, and they pay him whatever at $2,000 a week or something. Same thing with Aerosmith. They played Las Vegas. There you go. I just want
give
in the top 10.
Oh, jeez.
Give the 3.
Venom.
No,
Venom.
it's a hockey game,
venom.
Anthony. It's a hockey game. In other words, it's the first 1, 2, 3 stars. You get a puck, you throw it into the stands. You try not to bean the freaking little kid in the head with the hockey puck.
It's like venom being spewed out here today. We got the show.
They're correcting you. They feel the ability that they feel you're allowing yourself. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, Tom. It's a very admirable trait. It's admirable. It shows a growth mindset. You have a growth mindset. That's why your head's
growth.
big.
The growth
Yeah.
mindset is that Von
When in
Berger.
doubt, make fun of the Italian
Is
Bronx.
that-
That's what every friend of mine through the years that wasn't Italian did.
Who started that? The Van Berger, or whatever his name is. Von Hamburger.
Von Hamburger. Oh my God.
All right, guys, we got to wrap this up. It's been too much fun.
I got to
Take it
return
now.
to happiness, Tom. That's it.
I know,
I'm going to return.
I know,
I'm going
I
to
know.
shut off this podcast. I'm returning to happiness. I even have my positivity today. I'm going to share it with everybody. It's always believe that something magical is about to happen.
Nice, I like that.
Always
So
believe
maybe
that
like
something
Tracy will be nice to me, like that kind of magical.
Well, Tracy is nice to you and mean to you at the same time all the time. She has a yin and a yang. She's the yin and yanger, and she's also our first star of the game.
That's right. First
right? Think about it. She's our first star of the game today. Alicia, number 2, and Anthony Carlucci, who's trying to play the humble. Oh, I don't deserve this. Is
do you think
3.
he was being humble? I thought that was a little bit more like vengeful, like he wanted to be number 1. So you think?
No, I don't think so. Okay. No, he was being humble. He made that contribution. He was actually, if you think about it, we could have looked at it like he's bragging that he's only 52 freaking years old, and being old sucks.
Right.
Because he knows that we're older than that.
Oh, yeah.
That could be some kind of like psychological trick that the Russians put him up to do. Okay.
Hold on. One more last comment of the day. From our number 1 star, Tracy. I'm not an ass kisser.
Well, we know that.
I'm not an ass kisser just because you're not. She's being funny with this.
I know she is. Yeah. Tom was on Survivor, but he didn't survive it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Pocket. Oh, yeah. Pocky, not pocket.
What is Pocky? Is that a
hockey? It could be. She's not now. Everybody, listen. When in doubt, make fun of the Bronx accent. I get it. It's good. Okay. I love it.
All right, good. All right, guys. Mental health 988 is that emergency hotline for any mental health issues.
Yes.
Again, if we need to reach out to us, we can help you. But again, that line is there. Again, reach out to other people, help them too. So
yeah, reach out. That's it. I already gave you the positivity today. Is just keep in mind that at any time something magical could happen to you every day.
Right.
That's
just
it.
Think of it. Okay, so I'm going to think to myself, I'm going to look in the mirror. Tracy's going to be nice. Tracy's going to be nice.
Tracy's going to be nice. Yes. And I'm just thinking, just go in the infrared sauna, Tom. Please go. Let's go. Don't make me fly up there. I found you a fireman in Stanford. The guy is a fireman who owns it, and his wife is a fit bikini model, weightlifting instructor.
Really?
Yeah. Just go take a
look. I'm not putting on a bikini. I'll tell you that though. There's no way.
No, nobody wants you to. You just put on a robe, and then you could. We already went over this. Take it off in the sauna and sit there in your manhood. You're in your glory. Ask for a mirror so you can look at yourself. Perfect. Game over. Make a video.
It's just not about me. So
No. It's about the mirror. You're bringing joy to the mirror and the infrared sauna. The whole place will be excited to see you there.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week, where we discuss Tracy's mood. And it'll be a long week, so wait for that. Hold on, one more.
Go.
Me.
Tracy,
okay, hold on. Here's the invitation of Tracy. Okay, me. Right.
Oh God.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.